Well, hello there. Welcome back to Brambleberry. We have a project going on that we kind of got started here in the last couple of weeks. We needed a covered area, so we don't have a whole lot of that. You know, something that keeps things out of the rain, kind of like a carport. So if you want to see us start this project, then keep watching. As always with this kind of stuff, you know, I am not an expert. I just am doing like I think it should be. So, especially when I'm building things like this, you know, you do it your way, I'll do it my way. If you see a better way, then you're welcome to tell me, but I'm probably still going to do it my way. Anyway, lots of ways there. So, we've got this area over here that we started clearing out. There's a bunch of these cedar trees in here. And this was all like brush, kind of like it is out over in there. So we got that cleared out, got some piles here of stuff. Some more we've already moved out. But what our plan or our thought is right now is to use these cedar trees as posts for the corners of our carport. So there's one here, there's one there, and then there's one way back here that are fairly, I mean, they look kind of square. This one here is not in a good spot. And then there's a big oak tree. Well, I guess it's not very big back here. And we don't want to use it because it's a nice straight oak tree. Has a good top to it. If we get all this other stuff cleared out around here, give it some room to grow, that'll make a good tree. But this one is actually going to be, I think, the fourth corner of our little structure here, but we're gonna cut it off and put it over here somehow, somewhere, some way. I don't know how that's gonna look exactly. The smart thing to do would probably be to bury it in the ground, but it's going to be kind of close to this oak tree, and I don't want to upset the root structure of that tree by drilling down in the ground and busting its roots and stuff. So I think what we're going to do instead is I have a concrete pier I'm going to set it on top of, just this one corner, and then the other four corners, they'll all be rooted in, like the cedar trees roots in. I have to lop the tops off of them. We're going to use cedar trees. Man, looking at this, like, this is a big gap to span, so I don't know exactly how this is going to go or how well it's going to work, but we're going to find out. We're going to have to find some long, straight cedars, which we've got some back here, if they're thick enough to span that gap without bowing. If they're not, I guess after the fact, I could put in some more supports, like on some more piers, like in the middle. We'll just see how it goes.
What are you about to do?
Cut down a tree, because we think we got one that'll span the gap between two cedar trees.
Okay. There he goes. On an adventure. Being held up by that one.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, let's see if it's long enough.
There's our Christmas tree.
What?
So there's our Christmas tree.
Yeah.
The Griswold family Christmas tree.
I need one of those hooky things like on like Ryan has on ringworm.
Oh.
If people don't watch that, they're gonna wonder what the heck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Hooky things and ringworm doesn't sound good together.
No.
Okay. I should have left a branch or something to cinch against.
I was wondering about that. You talking about like the timber tough log tongs?
Yeah.
Can the Polaris handle it? Look at that piece of cedar.
Huh?
How red it is.
Oh yeah.
The tree is moving.
Well, we shifted gears a little bit. We were going to use this as a piece to span these two trees, but I think instead we're going to go ahead and set this post back here, which we also decided that we're not going to go that far cedar tree. We're going to use this one instead because it's just too far of a gap to go back there, which means I'm further away from that oak tree. And I think in looking up here, I'm gonna be around in this area. I'm like right at the edge of the tree line, so I shouldn't be disturbing the root ball here too terrible amount. What I gotta do now is I wanna, this is not gonna be square here. I'm gonna make it, anyway, we'll talk about that later, but I gotta square up where this post is gonna be. And to do that, this is kind of, I don't know if this is how you do it, this is how I'm gonna do it. I'm putting a line there, and I'm going to put a stake here and take the line over to that. And I'm going to put my square on the line and move the stake to where it's squared. And I'm going to drive the stake down, and then that's going to be the center point for where I'm going to dig my hole. Like I said, I don't know if that's the right way to do it, but I think it should work because then it should be squared up and yeah. Over here, so when we put this cross member across the front, we're just not gonna, and then we put the rafters on, we're just gonna have part of it sticking over that's not gonna have roof, and then we can have a squared up roof. If we want it to look weird, we may just put a cross member over, but then we have to cut, roofing all weird, and I don't think I wanna do all that. So, gotta get this post in the right place to start with. All right, so we got our triangle made here, and I measured square with my square and drove a stake down, and the stake should be plumb up and down, so the center of that stake should be the hole for where we put that post. You can let go now. It's all ruined.
Yeah.
Draw knife would work better, but I don't have one. We got peeled, now we're gonna torch it. All right, now we're gonna slather some used engine oil on there. Yeah, tamp it right up next to the post. It compacts it down.
With my sock selection.
Nice. Well, it's getting kind of late, but we've decided we're going to press on for a bit here, and we're going to try and get the height on our back posts at least, so that the next time we come back to this job, we can go on with putting our header, I guess you would call it, across. So what we're going to do is I'm going to measure up. I kind of want it to be 7-ish feet so that we can drive the ATV underneath if we want to. So I'm going to measure up about that much. And then I'm going to put a line on and take the line to the other side, put my little level on it and adjust on the other side, and then mark and chop off. So the top of this tree here is going to get cut off, and then the top of the post we put in, I'm going to cut that off level with that tree. That dude does not like to stay on there. I bet I'm doing that wrong. That is level. I'll mark that. There really is no telling which way this thing's gonna fall. I don't know. Hopefully it'll be easy enough for me to just push. I'm gonna try to get it to fall out away from all these other trees. There's like a hole right here. That way it won't get hung up in anything. That's the hope anyway. Well, as it often goes with these projects, this one is not complete, and I don't know when it's going to be complete. We'll just have to see when we have time to work on it again. But if you watched this long, as always, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a very blessed day.